and stuff.
Yay!
So
it's like the Nerdy Brady Bunch on this thing.
yeah. Yep.
You got the ginger above me. He's gonna steal everybody. You got the Puerto Rican above him who can't swim.
It's the whole reason he went army.
Wait, did you already start?
Yeah.
40 seconds in, we can't even get racist. Come on, try again. Every time.
You have to start the same every time.
Yeah.
Slight racism all the time.
So the Rage Quit podcast, number two.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome. Welcome back. Thanks for coming back. And
we're missing an Oreo this time.
We are.
We are.
He's adulting.
We just need to put like a picture of him just right down there next to Trigun.
Yeah.
Somebody just needs to have a pack of Oreos.
Of, like, yeah.
Wait. Burp.
Yeah.
Lab's got Oreos.
Oh, here we go.
Oh no. We don't worry, we replaced you, Mike.
In memory of deep fried.
Yeah.
Get it back.
Sadly, they got eaten.
This fat kid always has a bag of Oreos, man.
But no chips.
I inspire to be like you one day. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Just
double cream?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the gang's all here.
He's gonna eat it too.
You can't get them out and not eat one. Like, come on.
No, that's against the rules.
But it gets all in your teeth and everything.
Yeah.
It's fine. I have a beverage.
Okay.
So crazy things happened in gaming this week. Ninja's on YouTube now. That's a thing.
That is nuts. Wait, where?
Oh, he had to start a stream.
Oh.
Where'd you go, buddy? I missed you.
Yeah, my bad.
So from what I looked at and what I read, it looks like he's not necessarily on YouTube. It's more of a power play, and he's just like trying to show that he can do whatever he wants to at the moment, and it's just gonna like try and draw in offers from wherever.
Yeah, I mean, he drew 1.3 million concurrent viewers at one point yesterday. So
Yeah.
I think he might stay with YouTube because no other platform has that kind of reach.
That was on YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube Live.
Like he just did an independent stream with no contract, no nothing. Like just put it up there.
So
they said that the only thing about YouTube is that he has to rely on donations only, where Twitch gives him the option with subscriptions and thing to make money that way.
Yeah, so donos and or ad revenue. So the thing for him is if he runs a mid-roll ad in a YouTube stream, he can get
with 1 billion viewers, he can get a lot of money.
Well, so their CPM is way better than Twitch's. So their CPM, I know for like Joe Rogan's podcast, he was getting $50 per 1,000 views. So for somebody that's pulling 1.3 million live views, and then whatever.
And not only that, the money that you make off the video after that, because I think they said by the next day he had like 3 million views.
Yeah.
Already, like
they're gonna be cutting him a couple.
I'm just trying to fathom that. I can't fathom having 13 people in my stream.
Right.
Versus 1.3 million watching me.
I know.
At one point,
somebody raid with 24 one day, and I was just like,
right.
Hey.
All right. Can we slow this? Can we slow this chat down? I'm not sure I can manage this.
Die real quick.
Cap did that earlier this week, right? He's like, "Oh, I've never had to go back and re-chat."
Yeah.
He was like going back, all scrolling through.
I know he was staring hard at what we were typing earlier when he was streaming. Me and Shaolin were going back.
Yeah, I caught the tail end of that. Y'all calling me his evil twin. I was like, all right, cool.
I only saw if y'all were related.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he definitely has the better mustache.
That's very accurate. 100% true. Mustache is
Mhm.
pretty glorious.
Okay, so-
It's one of my few attributes.
All right, so this has been killing me all week. I
What's
don't know
that?
if y'all caught it in Reggie's stream today, but they were talking about UAV.
Oh yeah.
And it still irks me to this day. It still pisses me off. I'm still so
I didn't catch it in stream, but I did see the,
I
the
did.
roll afterwards.
Oh, like I was. If it wasn't for Casey timing the dude out, I would have.
Yeah.
I probably would have lost all privilege.
I was gonna
Yeah.
lose it, but I decided not to say anything.
So, all right, everybody knows UAV. If you're running Ghost or whatever it is, you're not on UAV.
Right.
Okay, and 3 UAVs is an advance.
Yeah.
Well, this kid's like, no, if you're running this, you won't show up on an advance. No, if you advance UAV, you're fucked either which way. Oh, you can't hide from it no matter what.
Unless you had the new counter UAV, but
Yeah, that's what 4 or 5 of
four,
them.
which
Four.
is wild. Yeah, that's
What, $12,000 right there?
no.
Well, on a fire sale,
16,
Right,
16.
fire
it's
sale is
manageable.
different.
But yeah,
I mean, it's a whole quad buying a UAV.
Yeah. But that kid irked the piss out of me. Called me a 5-year-old.
I'm like,
What did he call you?
He called
A 5-year-old?
Me, he's like, I'm not sitting here and arguing with a 5-year-old about what can happen and not happen. And I didn't
Wow.
say anything, and then
My-
I went back and looked at my phone, and I'm like, oh, this person got timed out by Casey. I was like, ooh, you got fucked up bad.
Yep.
My thing is like, I don't think Rares is gonna have a mod who's a 5-year-old.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was like, I don't think he'd be a mod in his position able to time you out if he was 5 years old. I wanted to say that, but I wasn't going to.
And then somebody else started saying something about how they died to a advanced UAV or something
What?
like that.
They died to it?
Yeah, somebody found them. They were running Ghost. I'm like, dude, it doesn't matter what you run.
Yeah, no, I actually
They're
looked it
gonna
up.
find
I looked it up right now. Can you be spotted by an advanced UAV? One dude was like, just got scammed out of a solo win because some guy had an advanced UAV in front of me and took me out.
I mean,
Okay. Why
It's
is complaining
no-
about that?
it's no different than having just a regular UAV at that point. You're just buying extra so you can block everybody else's if you go for the 4.
Yeah.
It's the same. You're still getting the same thing. But if you already bought the
if you do the 3 and get the advance, when you pop the 4th one, does the advance cancel out and it just becomes
no,
counter?
it doesn't.
Okay.
No,
It just goes away like it would regularly.
But
Okay.
I think what I'm reading here is it doesn't show everyone on the map. It just shows everyone in that AOE area, like the actual like player effect area, how far the
Right,
UAV will go out. So yes, technically you can be hidden from an advanced UAV. You just don't have to be in range from that team that's using it.
But
So
that's not because of your perks.
Yeah.
No.
So try again. You are a child and you are wrong. You can hide from advanced UAV.
You gotta get out of the way.
Oh, it's too funny. Try again. Wisely
You
avoiding
didn't hear
to.
me. All right, good.
Sorry, I had to run.
No, you're fine, dude. I was just proving you were right.
Shh. Oh yeah, hey, come here.
Hey. No,
Oh,
never mind. Hi, buddy.
Don't say
Hey,
anything.
guy.
Go.
Don't say
Don't say anything.
Getting ready to disconnect the call real fast.
Let him have the mic now. Let him have the mic. Let's see.
No.
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 My mouse is over my end stream button right
Yeah,
now.
same here.
This is a dangerous game we're playing, boys.
Oh dear.
Oh lordy.
Yeah. So, in other stuff, I know Masted wanted to talk about this. We had the Xbox Showcase was announced coming up on the 23rd. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Xbox Series One
Yeah.
X.
we're gonna see something from Halo.
Yeah, the new Halo is going to be released.
Can't wait, dude. I'm such a big Halo fan.
Yeah, except you haven't played Halo 1.
Okay, look, I don't have to be
Yes, you do. You
okay,
have to play
let's
the
do it.
entire
Let's do a playthrough of all the Halos.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
drop it.
Okay.
Let's drop it.
All right.
So, unpopular opinion, I've never liked Halo past Halo 1. But I'm not an Xbox fan, and I don't like fantasy shooters like that. Like I don't even like Destiny.
I don't like Destiny either.
Yeah, not a huge fan of Destiny, but Halo was magical.
I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
like,
Halo's like-
I give it props for what it was, like for like making the segue that it did, like
Mhm.
because I feel like the lineage of battle royales wouldn't be the same if we didn't have Halo. But as far as like me personally enjoying the game, it wasn't my game.
So, as you say, fantasy like shooters, does that include Advanced Warfare?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
didn't like that?
I stopped Call of Duty's like Modern Warfare 3 era, and then I jumped back in World War II.
Oreos made an appearance in the chat and would like us to boot Hitman from this conversation.
So I
Let's
stopped at
do
Black
it.
Ops 2, and I did not go any farther from Black Ops 3 to Advanced Warfare. I hated every single one of those games. It was really ridiculous and retarded. So I feel you on that, but dude, Halo was like...
I'm not going to
Halo
lie, I
3 was,
sweated the
like,
shit out of
legit.
Advanced Warfare.
Well, see, it's like I said, like I give it merit for what it did because like I feel like we the very first one, of course, was GoldenEye. Like that's like your like closest to like getting into like a battle royale like kind of realm. Like you had your split screen multiplayer, and then Halo like was the next like big thing in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
there was Doom in there and stuff like that. Like Doom on PC was huge. Like
right.
1v1 versus Doom, and Doom was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Shell said ban that dude, that Hitman dude.
Like I said, I know it's a very unpopular opinion, but
Gonna have
I'm
a lot
gonna
of
tell you the fucking
unsubscribes real
truth.
fast.
Like,
I'm gonna
But-
get my follow back here in a little
but
bit.
again, I am a
take my
PS.
sub back.
I am PlayStation. Like
Yeah.
I've always been a fan of their exclusives and all of that. Like more so.
So like you never really liked any of what Xbox put out?
Not necessarily that I didn't like any of what they put out, but I've always been more of a fan of PlayStation. Like I would rather have my PlayStation and the exclusives that they have rather than the Xbox. And again, like I give Xbox its merit. Like I know that like overall, technically, most of the time they have better specs. Their systems are better, but I just don't like the games that they have in comparison. Y'all don't have Spider-Man.
So
Y'all don't have God of War.
yeah, and usually PlayStation gets stuff a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
So
I'll
thing
admit that PlayStation definitely has the better games over Xbox. I just like the way Xbox feels.
Yeah.
The thing with this next gen hardware is with PlayStation, you're going to get a lot better bang for your buck. I think if you're getting the PlayStation with the Xbox, because the PlayStation's new SSD, the way that it decompresses data, is actually going to give you way better graphics quality with a little bit less horsepower, and it's scheduled to be like $100 cheaper.
Yeah.
So, be a little bit better bang for the buck there, but Xbox, I'm sure, will have some fun exclusives, and they've already committed to having all of their exclusive titles be crossplay compatible. So anything that they release you'll be able to play it on your PC and your Xbox.
The one thing that gets me with Xbox is they're making their expansion cards for their memory.
Yeah, for the storage.
Only exclusive for Xbox.
Right.
It's like I think it was M.2 or something like that you can replace in the back of the system. And from what I saw the other day, I think it was like $150, $200 just for
See,
Yeah.
and that's one of the things that I like about PlayStation because they've made it to where anything that's USB 3.0 external hard drive you can use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be able to still use external hard drives for the next gen PlayStation, but the internal one won't be swappable anymore because it's super proprietary, and to even like replicate it on a PC is like a $3,000 endeavor. Like
Well,
it's the new hard drive is wild what it's capable of. It's capable of
Yeah.
like 30 gigabytes per second of transfer speed.
Yeah.
So like textures will just be able to be stored in storage instead of having to like render everything individually in games, which is why it can get away with a little bit of less horsepower from its GPU, which is cool. The thing for me though, I think with like, and I think Xbox has the right idea though, is that consoles I think you're going to see get a little more compact now that they're not going to have disk drives in them so much. And it's going to be like a portable, I'm going on a trip, I'm taking this with me. That's going to be what your console is for. And I think you're going to see more people slide into PC gaming for their main
And that's one
gaming
of the
system.
things that, like, I
'Cause-
know is going to kill game stores in general. The fact that you can literally get a digital only system, like, it can't take discs. You can't go to a game store and buy games for it. Like,
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, it's all going to be digital now, which is
mhm.
it's gonna put GameStop out of business, but they're already going.
Oh,
out
yeah.
of business.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
already gone.
Yeah.
I mean, it can end up being like, when I bought Minecraft for it, you go in there and they give you a receipt with a long ass code for it, and you just
Yeah.
go get it off of your whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's just one less thing to fail on the system.
Yeah.
That's why they got rid of optical drive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's any sort of hardware is
Because
is
that
a point
was
of
one of
failure.
the big issues with the PS2. I knew I always had to take them apart just to readjust the optical lens after so long.
Yep. Yeah, that was a huge issue with the PlayStation 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Conversely, I had an Xbox that literally got hit by lightning. It fried the USB port. I shorted the USB port on it. I was like probably 13 or 14, had no idea what I was doing, but saw singe marks on the USB port, shorted it, and that fixed it. Thing ran fine after that.
I still have mine till this day, the big fat black one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still got mine. It still works.
No, that was
But
River Beach.
are we still talking about the Xbox showcase?
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
I don't know too much about what's going to be shown. I'm assuming we're going to get like Xbox, the Xbox X, of course, and then Halo. But those are the only two things I pretty much know about.
Yeah.
See, I feel like those are going to be the big forefronts. I did read a little bit about them talking about, I can't remember the name of the company, but whoever made Fable is making a game.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Grand game.
So they might have something on that, even if it's not the actual game, like just a little
Yeah.
bit.
Which what I talked about last week. They renewed their trademark for Fable.
Yeah.
With the
Right,
extension
right.
you get, so
Yeah.
that's what. Hopefully, I hope
That
to
would
see
be
something
great.
like that.
Yeah, no,
because
that-
I did love Fable.
Yeah,
as,
those games
one
were
of my favorites.
fantastic. I think
Never
the other thing that you'll see is I think you'll see them running a game on Vulkan on console, on the Vulkan engine, so the engine that like Doom is rendered on and stuff like that, which has previously only been like a PS or a PC thing. You'll see like a console game being run on it for the first time, which will be cool because consoles will be able to run it at a really high frame rate. So they'll have like a PC-like experience in some games doing that, as opposed to 30 FPS.
What's the frame rate supposed to be on the new gen?
So they're both at 120 in some games under the right circumstances. So I'm assuming that means not in 4K and not like non-HDR stuff.
So it ain't running Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
No, it's not going to run Shadow of the Tomb Raider at 120 FPS, considering like a 2080 Ti won't run it in like anything above 1080p and higher than 120.
Dual 2080s for that one.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the only time I've ever seen it. Dual 2080s with a 9900K.
Yeah. No,
That's
like
the only time
that game's a
run it.
beast. It looks awesome, but it just FPS is not its thing.
Horrible.
Yeah. Let's do gaming news with Mast. You have news.
I do. I have 3 things that I wanted to talk about.
You
The
get
first
to-
one was Valorant, the new dragon skin.
Yeah.
So what I've read so far on it, it's gonna be about $100. It's gonna be about
I told
$100,
you, take my
dude.
money already.
Dude,
I'm buying it.
Yeah, I
I'm
would.
drop- I'm
I
gonna
would like
drop
their
it.
money.
I'm gonna drop it like to get it. It's one of the first ever ones that's coming out. I have to get it. It's changing all. It's like so League of Legends, which is also made by Riot, had these ultimate skins. They had Pulsefire Ezreal. They had like limited edition Lux, and those dropping were about $30 per skin when dropping. And I remember the first ever like maybe season 1 when Pulsefire Ezreal came out. I think it was like $60, and you put a little more extra money. I think it was like $70, and you got like a really nice figurine of Pulsefire Ezreal. Like it was the I think first 100 that bought it got it. So I remember that. So Riot moving over, and I see their like bundles and everything, how expensive they actually are. I'm thinking this is gonna be at least $100.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna drop it. Will other people buy it? I don't know. A lot of people are between CS:GO and Valorant. They're kind of like CS:GO is better, but Valorant has the more like server kind of keeping, no hackers, less hackers or anything. So I don't really know how to feel about it.
Yeah, and the thing with Valorant is it's still a young game. You have to remember that CS:GO is like, or not necessarily CS:GO, but CS in general is like 20 years old at this point. Like,
Yeah.
I started playing CS in like 2001. So it's that engine's been around forever. So there's always going to be people that are interested in that game. But
No. But I know we all play Valorant a lot. Will we continue to play Valorant? Adam is
Yes.
garbage.
Adam
No, Cap is really good at it. But I know we all have fun playing it, and there could be some possible videos in the future from me. But I think I'm gonna drop it just for the simple fact of it's the first ever Ultra skin that's gonna be dropped. This game could continuously like be a little bigger, so I would like to at least have the account. So in the future, hey, I might sell the account and I might have this $100 skin, and it might be worth $500 in the future. Who knows? That's how I see it, and I would like to play with it.
I mean, at the very least, like that it's a good sign that they're supporting the game by dropping a crazy expensive skin like that. Because a crazy expensive skin like that is expensive for them to produce as well, because there's artists and things like that are involved with it.
And then all the animations going into that.
Yeah,
I mean,
all-
you saw the reload on that little dragon thing? Like he
Yeah.
grabs the magazine, pulls it up.
Oh,
to him,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's badass.
Oh, yeah.
Like
all the animations, all the man hours that go into being involved in that, and not a lot of people are going to go and drop $100 on a free game. Like that their return on that isn't going to be crazy high. So there's just going to be, it's just a sign that more support is coming. We're probably
Well,
going to
you
see,
saw
probably
what
going to see more
Fortnite
maps
did.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, you saw what Fortnite did was they
Yeah.
dropped that whole cell phone deal that was like $1,000,
Yeah.
and people who got the cell phone got the Samsung Galaxy skin.
Yeah,
People
and
were
then you
dropping
had
crazy money.
people walking into stores playing Fortnite on the
Exactly,
dummy
yeah,
phones
yeah,
just so they
yeah.
could get the skin because
Yeah.
they didn't want to have to spend the money.
I don't want to
Yeah.
talk. I don't want to talk about it. A little bit of a
But I
traumatic
mean,
experience for this guy.
Fortnite was a free game, and look how much money they made.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the top grossing
Well, I mean-
game
Yeah.
of all time.
I
We'll
mean, it's
see,
the same way
and-
with League.
Yeah.
Well, League of Legends was different. I started playing back in early season 3, and I had a few accounts. And what I did was
Hacker.
I bought accounts,
Hacker.
meaning that I did some, I got banned for it, of course. A lot of my accounts got banned, but I bought them and I sold them. But
They
I
didn't
had
get all of them.
basically all of them. But I sold the accounts, and the thing being is they had those like third year skins that nobody could pick up, nobody could get. So a lot of those were like, oh, it has this skin on it though, so that's why I'm charging an extra $20. Like, okay,
that's
I can
like
see it.
That's
Yeah.
like I feel like right now, like Fortnite's gotten to the point where like they're so much like just outsourcing and putting everything with everybody. Like last season was the Deadpool season, and so like Marvel was introduced heavily. Batman had already been introduced. Like they're literally just signing any and every deal, getting any and every skin in there. They have Aquaman in
NFL.
there now, like, and
they-
it,
All that.
They just had Travis Scott do a concert a
Yep.
month ago, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's like I get it to a degree, but at the same time, it's like I don't enjoy Fortnite nearly as much anymore. Like this whole new season, like it's terrible. Like because they don't focus on the game so much, in my opinion.
No, the
like,
the servers are trash from my
cosmetic.
understanding.
well, not only that, like they used to update like
Yeah.
constantly. Like the map was changing, something was changing every week. Like you had some
Yeah.
sort of like variation. Like it's just so like static and like just nothing's happening at all. and
You gotta
and that's
swim everywhere now.
yeah, like that's the thing I hate about like games like getting big with endorsements, like these free to play games. And on a side note, Apex Legends got a lot of flack because of how much they charge for their events. Because their reasoning was people that could pay more will be able to pay for it, and then the people that aren't paying for it can just benefit off the rich people that are playing.
Yeah. So while we're actually on the topic of Fortnite,
yeah.
this is actually really bullshit in my opinion. But Sony invested $250 million in Epic Games.
Wow.
Sony has made $250 million investing into Epic Games, granting them a minority share in the company. And honestly, dude, this is gonna open up a lot of doors to collab with them. It's going to, just
Yeah. They'd already announced that at the PS5 launch, or kind of announced it. I don't think they gave like the exact money details, but the CEO of Epic Games was the guy who did the presentation for all of the Sony gameplay on the new PS5. So that's definitely something that's been in the works. And I believe he took a seat on the Sony's board as part of it.
which that's like crazy to me, man. Because that means that either Fortnite's going to be getting a lot more funding to make other stuff. But at this point, I went back to try to play Fortnite. I did. I went back to when there were balls, like you could shoot the ball and jump around and
Cap
everything.
up
Oh,
there
yeah,
just
the-
shaking
And,
their head.
yeah, no, and
No.
I remember
No.
like, I remember telling my buddy, I'm like, what even is this game?
Yeah.
It when I first started playing it, it was about you got to get the scar, you got to build, and you got to kill people. Like that
And you
was the
gotta
goal.
get a
Don't
heavy
get hit by the
sniper.
storm. You got to get a good sniper, right? Now it's you got to get the new Aquaman skin. You got to go through the water. You got to get a jet ski. You got to get a plane and jump down and
Well,
and
see,
it's all
the-
those other things.
The
That,
thing is with them, I feel like once they switched over to this new chapter, it's like they were placating to the newcomer base more so than the diehard fans that have been playing Fortnite and all that, because they had, well, it was even prior to this chapter, they had already started kind of rolling into that. They added in this mech suit that basically you could get in that and just obliterate whole teams. Like
Oh,
it
yeah.
was just
Yeah.
the dumbest thing ever, and it was just one of the worst additions to Fortnite. And then it's like now they've even added bots, like legit
Yeah.
bots, like just
To
so
the,
that
yeah,
you can.
to the lobbies.
That's what I'm saying. So you can just get some easy kills and you don't have to like get that skill. Like I was launching into solo games, like getting my ass handed to me because I didn't know shit about building, didn't know anything about anything, and had to learn it all. Like if you don't
yeah. And then those kids that come in and like, oh, I'm gonna play, dropping 17 kills out, but all of them have bots. I mean, what's
Yeah.
the point anymore? I mean, you're not gonna give me a challenge. What's the point of me putting an effort into actually being good at the game if I don't have to be good at the game?
Have they even
Right.
done Fortnite competitive like tourneys recently? Because I know for a while that was a thing, but I haven't seen any.
I don't know
I haven't
about
seen any.
recently.
Just that last one that kid won.
That kid won
like,
like
Yeah, and I mean, that was-
year old won that like $2.3 million.
Yeah, that's
like that,
been
yeah.
about
That's
a
it.
year ago.
Yeah,
maybe.
that's about a year.
That kid's getting Shirley templed for sure.
Yeah.
No money,
That's-
no money for him.
Dude,
Like-
that's the peak of his life. Either he bangs his teacher, or that's the peak of his life. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Bangs his teeth, dude.
What are you?
I'll
what were
say,
you
like,
gonna
as
say?
a new person, like watching the game, I couldn't follow it. I don't know, like what's the purpose of it? Like, I get kill people, build something, but it was just something I didn't enjoy watching or have any desire to play.
Yeah.
Well, and there's definitely a lot more aspects to it now because, again, along the lines of the bots, they also just have AI in general now. Like you have henchmen. This season they added sharks, like that can
Zombies.
just like it's just like they're adding like way too much, and it's becoming less of what it's supposed to be. Like it's a battle royale, yeah, but you have so much superfluous shit in there. It's like, why?
Oh, he's using big words.
Yeah.
we don't know those big
Hold on.
It's
words.
just supposed to be knuckleheads, not
Be careful with the big words. Master Brain might start frying. If you
Yeah,
see
I
smoke,
blacked
let
out
me
there.
know.
I blacked out there for a second.
Hey, hey, Mast, who's the singer or girlfriend? What?
Ooh.
Who's the? Want to
I'm
want to
mostly-
try to get that name out?
No,
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 I don't wanna.
no, no.
Can't make me
Look at your cheeks.
I don't like. I can't say the word. I don't want it. Okay. Next up.
Is it just that name specifically, or is it other names as well?
So I can't say Abralina Flavine, Abralina Avril Lavigne,
Avril Lavigne.
Fuck this, I'm done. Prepare your PCs for this summer's biggest game, the Nvidia GPU driver. So I don't know if you guys have seen this, but in addition to the new announcements for the new bundles, buy GeForce RTX, the graphics card. Death Stranding is going to be free. Nvidia today is going to be rolling out the new games for it. So the new games, 3 of them. First one's going to be Death Stranding. Next one, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Which
And the
looks
last
like a
one's
ton
gonna
of
be
fun.
F1 2020. So those are all like big PS4 games. And
Well,
I'm thinking, dude, imagine seeing Horizon Zero Dawn on, RTX 2080s. Like, imagine the graphics that we're going to be able to get, because we're all PC gamers. We're going to see that.
Imagine.
But it's going to be like, we're going to have some crazy
Dude,
graphics.
I wish The Last of Us 2 was on PC
right?
so much. That would have been
But
spectacular.
now we're
Well,
seeing.
up until we got to the ending, but
Yeah, up until the
I'm
ending.
not gonna talk
I was like, I was invested in that. And that
Oh.
was a huge
That-
letdown.
That whole game was
like-
shitty, and I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I had watched all of Hitman's VODs. Like, to make sure I hadn't missed everything. I'm in the last live stream. I'm like, God damn it!
Yeah,
I
no,
know.
The first starting of that game, I was mad. I was done.
yeah,
It was like peak, and then just went down.
yeah.
Went down. I'm not gonna give you spoilers because I'm gonna let people watch it or do
Yeah.
it or
Yeah,
play
yeah,
it,
yeah.
but
Just watch it. Just watch it. Don't buy the game.
Yeah.
Don't buy
Take-
it.
Get your own opinion. Don't take mine. It was a
Yeah,
shitty game.
that's why I was just being vague about it.
Yeah.
Because I know there's still those few out there
Oh, yeah.
that want to play and haven't watched. And
Yeah. But the 3 games are landing on PC in the near future. F1 2020 will be the first one to cross PC platforms July 10th, which is tomorrow. Followed by Death Stranding, which will be on July 14th, and Horizon Zero Dawn on August. Oh, August.
Apparently, you
7th.
can't say
Another
August
word.
I
either.
can't say August either.
Right?
August.
August. So we're gonna be seeing the last one in August 7th, which is probably going to be the one I buy. I didn't really like Death Stranding too much,
I didn't
just because it was
either.
more of a. I don't like creepy games. It was a little creepy to me, so I didn't like it.
It was like the game period. Just I don't know what it was. It was it seemed to me like you just had to do too much to get to what you wanted to do.
It had a good story. It had a really good story. It had good actor.
I mean,
But,
yeah, that's really the only reason I
Yeah.
is because it had it.
But Horizon Zero Dawn will be the probably one I buy.
In other news, I literally just found out that I got invited to the second Hyperscape test. Just fun.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be testing that game. I didn't really like
Yeah,
it.
I'm not either.
It was crazy. It was crazy hectic, but I'll test it the second
Way-
time to compare it.
Way too fast paced.
Yeah, there was too much going on. It was like,
What happened? Sorry, had to mute.
Hyperscape.
Hyperscape.
yeah,
Oh no.
yeah. I got invited to the second test. I literally like just got the email, from them.
Like you have to literally be on crack to play that game.
Yeah, no, like the Adderall was real, like to play that game for sure.
Especially all the
What
color
was,
differentials and
that
everything,
about?
dude.
I'll test it again to see if they've slowed down some of the pace of play a little bit, fix some of the stuff, but it was wild. The one I am really excited for though is Rogue Company. That's coming out. The other new game.
What is it?
It's another BR.
Oh, okay.
What is Death Stranding about?
Death Stranding is basically, you remember the guy, I don't know his name, you know the guy from Walking Dead, who has a crossbow?
Yeah.
Neil,
Yeah.
not Neil. Anyways,
Norman Reedus.
yeah. He is basically walking. He's just delivering packages in rain, but when the rain hits him, he ages. So he has a special suit on that makes him not age. But in the actual world that he's walking around in are something called I don't know the actual I don't know the actual like what they're actually called, but it's a super weird game. Let me try to explain this. When someone dies, they have I think 2 days before a nuclear explosion goes off in their body. And basically they have to burn the bodies and he has to take the bodies to the burn or the incinerator. Well,
That's a pleasant joke.
there are things in the wild that hunt. They're like invisible creatures.
Yep.
And you have this baby that's hooked up to you through like a link in your head to the baby. And the baby can sense where these creatures are with this like mechanical arm that
Yeah, you
like,
got a little
detect.
umbrella.
That's
and
Bird
it
Box.
looks
It's
around.
Bird Box all over again.
Yeah, dude, it's really, like when you start like watching it, you're like, what the fuck is this? But once you actually get into the game, has a decent storyline. It's a Sony game. They made a really good
Yeah.
storyline to this. It's a good single player game. Personally, I thought it was too much. Love to watch the gameplay of it though. It was really good. But
Okay.
To play it,
That's- yeah.
it was
it was a little too much for me.
Yep.
But I mean, he had Norman Reedus. It's fucking Norman Reedus.
Yeah, you know that's.
Have you seen his Norman Reedus Into the Wild? His motorcycle show?
No.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think it's on Amazon. It's worth a watch. It's just like him riding around on bikes cross country.
All I'm gonna say is Boondock Saints. I'm gonna leave that there.
Every Manor's favorite comedian's in Boondock Saints, so big fan of that. Big fan of that flick too.
Freaking awesome. Well, both of them. They're supposed to come out with the third one.
Yeah.
This is video games, not movies.
Yeah, no. Bad.
So
Speaking,
and
yeah.
and smaller other news. Just here's where you guys go. If you guys are planning on buying the new AMD stuff, AMD is bundling Assassin's Creed Valhalla with their new Ryzen CPU.
Yes, they are.
So if you guys want new CPU and Valhalla, might as well buy it to get the bundle.
Yes.
But
And
if,
what's
that ain't your
for?
money, then that ain't your money.
When I bought my 3900X,
It'll-
2 days later they'll send you an email to get that free.
Yeah, I send you a
So
code.
the 6 qualifying standing loans are the 3950, 39 XT, 39X, 38 XT, 38X, 37X. Those are all the ones that will be having it. So,
And Newegg is actually giving you the 3600 and 3600 XT with it as well.
Oh yeah,
So-
that's them too.
Basically everything kind of mid-range and up, they're giving you the code for Valhalla with.
yeah.
It's cool.
So that's
hope
it for news for me. It's whatever else we want to.
Yeah.
Which I'm assuming we want to talk about the Spotify gaming.
Yeah, the question
Maybe
mark,
that's what
question mark, question
yeah.
mark, question mark.
the 4 question marks.
Yeah,
which I'm hoping something that comes out, because I think if Spotify comes out with a streaming platform for gaming, I think it could potentially blow Twitch out of the water, just because people like music
yeah.
and like listening to
See,
music.
my thing with Spotify is if they do launch a streaming app, whether or not they'll be allowed to use certain music because they own like whatever rights or whatever.
Right.
That would be the thing to me that would be the biggest appeal, is if you can actually use certain copyright
Yep.
music because it's from Spotify
They'll
itself.
crush.
Oh, yeah, no,
They'll
you get what
crush
you're saying.
everybody. If
Yeah.
you can play music that's on Spotify, on
stream.
on your
think-
stream.
I
Yeah.
think what happened with Twitch right now, with all the like,
Yep.
can't play this, copyright, them not
Could be
becoming
related.
a publishing company. With Spotify, endless. They could do whatever the fuck they want.
Yep.
They could be like, look, we'll blow you out of the water if you want us to.
And it's
And
easy.
like,
Right.
it's Spotify.
And it's
Because
easy enough for
they're already
Spotify.
paying artists so
Yeah,
much anyway.
exactly.
Like,
It's
Yeah.
easy enough for Spotify to do it too, because they would have the viewer numbers, so they can pay the artist directly for the amount of viewers that are in their chat that are hearing the song, so they're able to appropriately monetize it. So if it's 1,000 people listening to the song, they're getting paid for 1,000 people instead of one streamer listening
Like
to
if
it.
they do subs like Twitch does, I mean,
Yep.
you can take a small percentage out of whatever
Yeah.
you make. So like,
The sub
Say they
might be
do
a
it-
little higher, but
It's
yeah, say they do a
Yeah,
$10
you'd probably
sub,
have
you
to
get
pay a little more
$5
for
off
that.
of it.
Or
half
if
of
or if
whatever
you're a
Spotify-
creator, if you're going to be a streamer, you have to have the Spotify Premium or whatever they call it, the $15 a month
Right.
Spotify. But
Right.
you get the Spotify music license and
I
your
personally have it.
Yeah, so do
love
I.
it.
Oh, yeah.
I can build playlists whatever I want, no commercials, no nothing.
yeah, it's great.
I know
I
Cap's
see
more
that
into
being a
iTunes.
big perk.
No, I think it's the best way to probably monetize music too, is to have the music service running it as well. Because that's the thing for the artist, and I totally get it. Yeah, they're getting the exposure, but like, if you're Taylor Swift and somebody's playing your music on stream, you don't need the exposure of getting.
basically.
Yeah, you don't need the exposure of 1,000 people listening to your song, but you
And see,
you do
go
want
ahead.
to get paid for the 1,000 people listening to your song.
Yeah,
though.
right.
And see, that's the thing. Amazon has a music setup too.
Yeah.
Why haven't they gotten smart to
Yeah.
say, hey, you buy this package off of our music setup,
Amazon's is different
and
though.
you can do it.
Amazon's music is different though, because a lot of what's available on their premium music is like older back catalog stuff, or it's stuff that you're adding directly through the artist themselves. Like you're essentially buying it directly from the artist
Yeah,
themselves.
you have to purchase it
Yeah.
from the actual artist, which I've noticed.
So like their
And,
premium music is like mostly old back catalog stuff.
Yeah.
Because I tried that out for a little bit too, and it's mostly older back catalog, like stuff that's like 10, 15 years old.
Yep.
So
But,
PC Master Race? Anybody?
Right?
It is.
No,
I
no
mean,
console?
like, what do you
Yeah.
what do you mean by that? Because like, personally, every single one of them has their downfall.
That's true.
So for instance, Xbox doesn't have good exclusives, except for Halo and a few others. PlayStation, its load times personally are shitty. I'm
Oh,
gonna say I can't get into store without having to wait the download speed. I have really good download speed, even when I'm hooked up to an Ethernet cord. Still downloading like 17
Yeah.
megabits per second, and
Now they've
It-
never
don't get me
invested any
wrong.
money in their
That's
server
not
infrastructure.
done
Exactly.
for 2 days.
PC you can have really high quality, but PC is PC. You
There's
can't play
ma-
with
yeah.
console.
Yeah, you can't play with everybody.
And
else.
there's
You know, all
on
the friends
PC there's
that
maintenance that you have to do.
afford- Exactly. Can't afford the PC, can't afford that $1,300 PC. They're not going to be able to play with the people that can afford a $500 console. So
See,
every
and-
single one of them has their downfalls, but of
And to
course,
me,
PC
like why I've always been like hardcore on PlayStation is because, like I said, I've always liked the exclusives better, but at the same time, like PC is foreign to me, and I feel like it's something that if I don't keep up with, I'm not going to be able to keep gaming. If I buy a system, it's forever like able to do whatever. I don't have to update anything. I don't have to change anything. It's not to say that I won't become somewhat of a PC gamer at some point now that I'm getting into the streaming aspect and I'm on a PC, but that's why consoles always rule more to me than PCs because I don't have to update just to be able to game.
It definitely takes I won't say a special person to PC game because that's not true, but it takes somebody that's willing to have fun with the process of like maintaining and
there's a lot of maintaining stuff that you have to do.
Yeah, you update drivers, and you're always messing around with updating drivers. You're gonna tolerate some game crashes once in a while.
Yes, because it's in my opinion
gonna push your
having
PC to the bleeding edge.
Yeah, in my opinion, having a PC is much easier to stream. There's so much more that you can do with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
a console.
for sure.
But then again, like you said, it's the console's console. I can go and I can drop and play a game, no problem.
I really think you're going to see the console become a more compact unit. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if probably 2 or 3 years from now, maybe 5, whenever not the next gen consoles come out, but the gen after that, you're going to see a console that comes out that's like the size of an Apple TV and toss it in a bag, carry it around. That's going to be what you lug around with you and play. But if you want to set it up at home because you don't want to mess with the PC, you can still do that. But it's going to be primarily your portable, going to spend a night in a hotel.
Especially moving over to the whole digital aspect, because you just look at the storage space that we used to have to what we have now. Like you can get 1-2 terabytes in a thumb drive. Like,
yeah.
Or like what I bought for myself. It's Games Vanguard for my PlayStation. Is what I was playing Blackout on. What it is pretty much a suitcase that fits a 20-inch TV and your game system in it.
Yeah, and just carry it around with you.
Yeah, and
what?
Yeah, they're awesome. they're like $400 or whatever. They've got like the built-in power supply and all that.
Yeah,
just
everything. It's
like
got surround sound.
Yep.
And everything.
Like another thing that I was kind of jealous about, because I was a main Xbox gamer, I was really jealous that the PC got a virtual headset, like a VR headset.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I would love one of those for like playing like Rainbow Six and stuff.
Just
that'd be so cool.
Just have to have the horsepower to run it.
I have a heart attack.
Yeah.
or make Sean cry. We did that to him twice.
Oh boy.
Heard his name.
He's
talking shit.
He's like, who, me?
No, we did. We were playing some robot game, and like you're standing in front of a wall of TVs in a shopping center, and there's robots walking.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You're supposed to be like, I think you're a detective, a robot detective, or some stuff like that. And there's anarchy going on with some robots that are going wild. Next thing you know, the TVs go just static and everything.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, all the robots are just like having seizures, and they turn around, red eyes, and then and jump right on top of you. Oh, that boy took that headset off, started crying.
So,
the funniest thing.
So fun embarrassing.
Have you ever thought I scream in Warzone?
Yeah.
Don't put me in one of those headsets.
So fun embarrassing story time for Labs. I was a little kid. I was probably like 8 or 9 years old. No, I was older than that, which is worse. I was like, I was probably 10 or 11. Yeah, somewhere in there. Bug's Life had been out for like a couple of years, something like that. And we went to Disney World to the Bug's Life experience at Disney World. And I'm petrified of bugs, but bees in particular, because I'm allergic to them. And at the Bug's Life show, they had this early VR 3D experience where like bugs and bees would pop out at you, and like they would shoot bursts of air out, like air cannons and stuff out of you. So I freak out in the middle of this. Like I make it like probably 10 minutes into it. I freak out and just leave. Like my grandparents were with me, my parents were with me. Like I just left. I'm like, I'm out. Didn't say a word to anybody. Just like peaced out. And I accidentally ended up in like the control room, so it was just like all these like crazy pneumatic tubes. Oh yeah, like I just looked for the first door that I could find. Like it was like the control room, and it had all these crazy pneumatic tubes, and that freaked me out even more. So I like started,
and that's where lab works began.
Yeah.
Starting all of this computer shit.
So I started like crying, and then I was like freaking out even more, and I ran out. There was another like an emergency exit in that control room, and I ran out that emergency exit, set off a fire alarm, cleared the place out. My grandparents like went running outside. They're like, "Oh, I think your son freaked out," to my mom.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Just a little bit.
That's hilarious.
So cleared out the Bugs Life experience at Disney World as a small child. Good time.
No more bugs.
Not
Wonder
a
if I
fan of the
can
bugs.
report on that.
It was a while ago. I don't know. It was like 99 or something probably.
Good year. It was a good year.
Like I said, I was like 10 or 11.
I was 3.
Yeah.
I was 3. He said.
It feels bad, man.
Yeah.
I didn't even answer how old I was.
Yep. We gotta love VR. Not a VR.
I love it. I thought it was pretty cool.
I mean, it is cool. But, the only time I've been in a recent gen VR headset was like the HTC one, and I got real ill because the person had like a real bad PC they were trying to run it on, and that was like super stuttery.
Yeah.
And they were running it off of like a 1050 or something like that. And
I had a Vive Cosmos, and dude, it was super fun. Thinking about buying another one, not a Vive, probably just an Oculus.
yeah,
$400.
get the new Oculus.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about dropping another grand
or whatever.
on the Vive, just because Oculus could do the same thing, for cheaper.
So the last thing that we have is Dr. Disrespect related, kind of, maybe, possibly, is the Brime Scam. You guys familiarized yourself with that at all?
I saw a little
don't
bit.
even know what you're talking about.
I watched a couple of YouTube videos before we started. I'm confused over the whole thing.
Yeah, it's really wild.
Basically, from my understanding, is it all stemmed from one person who made up this thing about him recruiting people for Brime, which was going to be his new stream service, and it's been like debunked. It's not true, but that was like the thing, and that's why just everybody, I guess, for lack of knowing what it is, jumped on that one explanation and just ran with it.
And Brime, the thing is, Brime hasn't done anything to like dispel any of the rumors though, because they're like, no, we're gonna put out a press conference. Like I think this coming Monday is when they're supposed to be doing this press conference, and they've just spread a bunch of false information too.
Did you see that video that Dr. Disrespect made on YouTube?
I haven't seen it yet.
Freaking out, like him like losing his shit.
So like every Dr. Disrespect video ever.
No, like this time he's like sitting at his desk. He's like, I don't understand. And he like starts wrecking his screens and shit. Walks outside, pulls a pipe out of a wall, hits someone in the face with it. It's great. You gotta watch it. And then, like, at the end of it, he's, like, sitting on the side of a wall, drinking, crying. He's like, fuck you, Twitch! Fuck you!
See, that's like, I haven't watched it, but from what I've read, they say that from his last stream, you see him, like, I guess, get the email or whatever. And said that, like, it seems like he knows why he's being banned, but, like, he's just trying to, like, put on airs like he doesn't know.
I think it's just a legal situation. I think he did get caught recruiting for another service. I don't think it's Brime that he got caught recruiting for. I think he got caught recruiting probably for Spotify gaming when that comes out in September.
Right.
That's just probably when that'll come out, because that's when they're doing the whole video podcast thing for Joe Rogan and a couple of the other big podcasters that are moving over there very shortly.
Because they had a body language person.
Yeah, Yeah,
and they were reading his whole
knew.
body language,
Yeah,
what was going on. Yeah, he knew he was fucked.
he knows what's going on. Somebody probably realized they said something to the wrong person.
Yeah.
Somebody that he was recruiting. They messaged him, I'm sure, and we're like, "So I think I fucked up. I told the snitch."
I was watching something. I think it was on Snapchat about how Alinity is for some reason catching a bunch of flack from Dr. Disrespect's people. All of his all of his subscribers and followers and stuff, they're blaming her for him getting permanently banned because I guess they had bad blood somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, who knows with any of that crap, but.
And then there was something else about him and her happened to have got.
Who knows? Who knows with any of that?
Because you know he's been unfaithful to his wife before, so. He's admitted it.
Yeah, there's this guy named Drumsy. He does a bunch of VR games, and he had this 7-year-old kid in his chat, and he dressed up like Dr. Disrespect, and he's like, he was like talking to the 7-year-old kid, and he's like, "You cheated me out of my money, kid." And the kid's like, "I didn't cheat you out of your money. You cheated on your wife." So Drumsy stopped the whole thing, and he's like, "I don't think I can put that in there." But I'm gonna be all fairness, I don't think I can put. He put it as a bonus clip at the end of the video. It's great. You gotta go check it out. Drumsy's actually a really funny guy. He did the I think he did the auto tune stuff. Got drums. He did the auto tune.
Yeah, I got drums.
Back in the day, but he moved straight to VR chat, which is, I think he still comes out with super hilarious content. I laugh all the time at this stuff. But
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. That's all we got. That's all we got. That's all our words.
We did it.
All our words.
No more words.
Might be more words than Mass had, but
Dude, mine are all like one syllables.
So who's the name of that artist again? Can you tell me specifically who she is?
Avril Lavigne.
That was pretty good.
there you go.
Did I get it?
That was basically it.
You got it.
Basically, yeah. We'll give it to you.
Basically, yeah.
You
Now
got
say
it.
specifically.
Pacific.
Pacific.
Pacific. I got that.
That's the ocean. That's the ocean, but we'll give it to you.
Whatever. Fuck you. It's right. They get what I need.
I like how the end of podcast is just roast Mass.
Yeah.
Roast the kid with the little IQ.
Well, last week it was me.
William.
Well, last week we had to roast Deep Fried Oreo about his plain tortilla chip.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. He's not here to defend himself.